You know what time it is. Happy April Fools. I would do this blindfolded, but I actually wanted to play this game, so we're gonna be listening to meme music while a narrator yaps in the background, and it's gonna be great. Please adjust the cider until the computer is barely visible. What? Wait, is the hell? What was wrong with the audio? Hello? 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 Did the audio break? Wait a second. I can't tell. I think there was, right? Okay, everything's working. Cool. Just needed to make sure. All right. Barely visible, eh? I think that's pretty good. I think that's right. I mean, that's good. That's good. Enter the current time. What? What is the current time? Does anybody know? It's like 10:36. All right. All right. This is Stanley Parable. Very popular game. It's basically a meme game if you think about it. And it's just listening to a narrator yap for like about 2 hours. So while the narrator's yapping, we're gonna have some nice background music, the best background music. Yeah.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
What's up, Techno Danger? How's it going?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month.
Go and show them I recommended.
And although others
Goddamn,
considered it
it's doing its job then.
Stanley relished every moment that the
Do you like this game?
as though he had been made exactly for this.
First time. I know a lot about this game. I have watched other people play it, though. But I feel like it's appropriate for April Fool's Day, so.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something
No
he would
bunch of
never
endings?
quite forget.
It's a good game.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived.
Unfortunately,
on the monitor for
I
him
will
to
have a,
follow.
or
No
at
one
least
had
this
showed
stream will
up
be
to
a
give
very
him
scuffed
instructions,
experience of it.
call a meeting, or even say hi.
We're not going to be listening
Never
to the
in all
narrator
his
much,
years
let's
at
be
the
real
company
here.
had this
We're gonna
happened,
sit here
this complete
and enjoy meme
isolation.
music while
Something was very
we get
clearly
blasted with
wrong.
dialogue.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh yeah? What if I just stayed here forever? I know there's an ending in this game where you just stay in the office for like a certain amount of time and it just times out and you get an achievement.
All of his co-workers were gone, What
Are we
could
gonna
it
make sure we
be?
jiggle peek the corner?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
420.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single
Hey,
difference.
let me
Nor
in.
did it advance the story in
Oh,
any
maybe it's
way.
not 420 yet. Maybe that's why. 5 times on door 430. Also, let me know if the music is too loud.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
Perfect
No,
volume.
no.
All right, cool.
I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
What is this? I hate Mondays. Today's not even Monday. Liar. All right. Wait, what? Wait a second. Wasn't 420 is over here. Click it 20 times?
When Stanley came to a
What?
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh shit, it closed on me! No! It's a long achievement. I see. Let's
Yet
read
there
some of
was not
this.
a single person here either.
Meeting
Feeling
room.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
does it
boss's
say
office,
here?
hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Yeah, nice try, buddy. Hey, let me mess around with it. Come on. Maybe I am the whiteboard manager. Targets. Push for funding of R&D of new coffee machine. Get Chris out of the broom closet. The hell? Everyone is unique. You most of all. Number of slides on this slide. This doesn't even make any sense. That's funny. Oh my god. Triplicate. I see. What else is here? Things, money, more money, things, graphs, graphs about things with money. There's some pies, something going on here. Profits. Where is the broom closet? Is it over here? Oh, here it is. You can open it? Oh, we can.
Stanley
What?
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
Are you
so
sure?
he turned around and got back on track.
What else is in here? Also, why is my sense so high?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow.
What if you're
an
just be an
empty broom
idiot and you
closet.
just stay inside the
no
closet?
reason to still be here.
That's not true. There's a broom here. I like how the sound effect for the E is like a...
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
You
He
hear the
wasn't
sound
even
effect and
doing
there's a
anything.
keyboard.
At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it
Keep
is,
leaving and
he's
re-entering?
literally
Alright.
just standing
But-
there doing sweet FA.
Am I doing this right? Whenever he oh, okay. Who? I think he stopped, I think he stopped. He stopped yapping. Alright. Let's keep going.
Coming to a staircase,
All right, I'm going.
Stanley
Oh,
walked
oh.
upstairs to his boss's
Oh,
office.
just stay there for a while? Alright, it's okay. Well, I don't even remember what he said. What is down here? It's okay. Second round.
But Stanley
He
just
said up?
couldn't do it. He
Oh,
considered
I
the
don't need to
possibility of
listen to
facing
him.
his
I'm good.
boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
I'm good.
He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His
this?
boss would
Cold
think
drinks.
he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Co-workers
None of it
mysterious.
made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Okay.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet? when
You're
he
right.
walked by?
No.
Why did doors
I don't
close
have
automatically
legs.
behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to
What is
look
this?
pretty familiar. Were they simply
That's-
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the
I don't
conclusion
get it.
that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all
I
a
don't get it.
dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Hey,
His
wait a
co-workers
second.
weren't actually gone.
Who's closing these
He
doors
wasn't gonna
behind
lose
me?
His job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began
think
to
we're in an
gently
infinite
float
loop,
above
guys.
the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much
Ooh.
fun, and Stanley marveled that he had
We're
still not
tripping.
woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing
This
and
game is so
thinking?
funny.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his
I love
life.
how if
Now,
there was no
hearing the voice speak
narrator,
these
you'd think
words
the game is
shocked
broken.
Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt,
it's very,
that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make
It's
the
very,
magical stars just a moment ago?
if this guy
How
didn't
else
keep
would the voice
talking,
explain all that?
you'd be
This
like,
voice
what is
was a
going
part of
on in this
himself
game?
Too. Surely,
And, he's just
surely,
helping
if
you
he could
out.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
can't even jump in this game.
That this was a dream. So he
You
closed
can't
his
jump.
eyes
Seriously, we
and
disabled
he
this.
invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside
Oh,
this
okay.
one. Let me wake up,
Let's wake
he
up.
thought to himself.
Okay.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life.
With this playing in the
exactly way
background,
it's
it really
always
takes
been.
away the gravity of the
My
situation.
life is normal.
Really.
I am normal. Everything will be fine.
There's some guy talking about sex in the background, and then this guy's like,
Okay.
I bet I'm an office worker.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I
Oh,
must
shit.
be real. I must
It's
be.
getting
Can
darker.
anyone hear my voice? Who
Oh,
am I?
no.
Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, come on. GG.
This is the story of a woman named
Who?
Mariella.
Who is this?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Okay.
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place
Oh, we
of
just
work.
died.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled
Huh?
through town talking and screaming to himself,
I guess we're
and
dead.
then collapsed dead on
Okay.
the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Interesting.
He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I
true.
am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Are you the whiteboard
Very
manager?
Important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I'm just dead. Oh, okay. Maybe the whiteboard manager was the friends we made along the way? Exactly.
What could it mean?
You get it.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away.
Maybe we can go in all the way.
A measly 5 clicks.
Is this like Cookie
Now,
Clicker?
suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's
20
the kind of
times?
effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of
No,
witnessing
please.
true effort for a noble
What if it's like
cause.
exponential?
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I gotta tell you, I got a fast finger.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It
5,000.
has to be a true reward for valiant
Okay.
effort. I want to see some
All right,
hustle,
let's go.
Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
Tell me a number,
want
I
you
got
to
it.
Put 20 clicks into door number 417.
20 clicks, alright. Where is that? 20 clicks into 417. Where is 417? Oh, here we go. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
This seems like a chore. 437? What? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere.
No,
now,
we're not.
door 415. Let's give it 10
my
clicks or so.
God. 415? Where is 415? I'm back here. Alright, here we go again.
Now, back to door number 437.
Oh my God. Not like this. 437?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The copy machine, alright.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's
Yes, sir.
desk.
Where the hell is this desk? 417. Oh, did you say 419? Uh-huh. 419. Oh, here we go. Awaiting input. Huh. How do I stand? Oh. Eh. Get me up there. Hey.
Yes! This
Oh,
is
we did it.
great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's
We did it,
keep
we
it
did it,
up.
we did
Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Oh, come on. Four, 1, 6. Oh, wait, the wrong way.
almost got it. Now the copy machine do
Alright.
that one again.
Okay. Where was the copy machine? I think it was back here. Also interact with that
Finish
computer?
it off,
We will.
Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow.
Let's
That
fucking go,
revelation.
baby. Let's fucking go.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you
We
back.
did it,
Yes,
guys.
I'm very proud of how far
We did a
you've
good
come
job,
today.
man. We can go
Just
home
think,
proud
only
today.
a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Can we even touch this computer? Input received. Okay. I guess we're done. Alright, now what? Let's go check out some other places.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
I'm
the
good.
door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
In here?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
Employee
just to admire
lounge.
it.
Interesting. Hey, we can go out from there. Dude, this looks like the escape the back rooms type of environment. It's just abandoned, bunch of office space, brown walls, monotonous speakers.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all
What is
in.
over here? Number 1 dad. What does that one says? I love money? What does that say?
Yes,
Who knows?
really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first. open
Hey,
door
who's
on
closing
his
these
left.
doors, man? I want to go back. Not a random ass copier machine right here. Ooh, what is this place? Let's go this way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked
Maintenance
straight ahead to
section.
the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nah, I'm going down. Bye-bye, buddy.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Oh. Hey, who's in here with me?
Oh, no.
Hey,
No,
hey.
it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What
Help
was
me.
I thinking? It's
There's a
clearly-
ghost.
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
He's looking through his manual.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left.
Left, down, left,
Yep,
left, right.
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely
Dementia-ass
definitely
narrator.
this way.
True? Oh, he's gonna run me over. What is this? Look at the collision on this. Getting a seizure. Oh, what is this?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This
Hey!
is a spoiler.
It's you!
Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh. Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Yeah,
How
true.
about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense,
No!
we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm?
We took the wrong turn, guys.
From the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Employee
he had simply
427?
missed a memo.
True. That's right. Alright, now what? Let's just go back.
Wait.
Wait, what?
What? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted
Hey,
the game over.
this ain't the same room.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was
This
right
guy's
here
pissing
just
me
a
off.
minute ago. I know for sure that it's here.
Alright, let me know when he's
somewhere.
done yapping. I'm gonna get some water.
Then it's an adventure.
Oh, there we
Come,
go.
Stanley. Let's find the story.
Alright. He's done. Alright. Alright, which way do we go? Let's go this way. What's going on over here?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on.
True.
I can promise you there definitely
I agree
was
with
a
that
story
sentiment.
here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
You'd love anything by
I find it
Hatsune
unlikely
Miku
that
or
we'll
by
ever progress
AJR?
by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than
Alright,
this.
I got
Okay,
you.
Let's give it a shot. Why not?
I am a big AJR fan. I actually saw AJR in concert when they were in New York. Big AJR fan. But I have not listened to any Hatsune Miku songs. You're welcome to link your favorite. I know what Hatsune Miku is, but I
All of
have
his
not listened to
co-workers
any
were
of the
gone.
song.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to
I
go
like
to the meeting
AJR a
room.
lot.
Perhaps he had
They,
simply missed a memo.
I think this is the only. Oh no, I have seen other concerts before, but AGR is like the first concert I was been to. They were pretty awesome. Their stage presence. We had to wait an hour intermission between the pre and the the real show though, which was not desirable. So we just ended up standing there for a very long time. But yeah, it was fun.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be
There's not even
remembering this
doors.
wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go
So I'm
back
here
the
in
other
Australia when they
direction
come to
and
Brisbane
see if
and-
we missed anything.
I'm even their Tordo. Dang, you super fan. Lucky, man. Let's see what's going on over here. Is it even playing? Alright, but Dumbs, you can't just come into here and just say, where's the TFT stream? The TFT stream is tomorrow, okay? We're trying to win some money. We're gonna be in the box challenge tomorrow, okay? Honestly, this can be considered meme music, so it kind of fits the theme. You were there at 10 a.m. and waited until the show at 7 p.m. Dang. That is a long time.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never
Oh.
mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and
Okay.
retrace our steps.
What is this emote? Okay, we cannot be replacing every single word in the English dictionary with TFT memes, man. Dumbs, please.
Now this, well, I'll be honest. I don't
You're gonna be
recognize
typing
this
out a
place at all.
sentence, and it's
Is
just
this
gonna
the
be
story?
pictures.
I don't think so.
How am I going to
I
read
can't
it?
quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten
they
what
come
we
back
were
one day.
supposed to be doing, how about
I want to go
this?
see another AJR
You
concert.
win.
Oh, we won! We won!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of
I'm
hard
so
work,
proud of
and it really
myself.
paid off. So, Good job.
I never thought I'd see the day.
Oh, no.
Ah.
I don't feel right about this at all.
Why don't I feel like the winner? I don't feel like I'm the winner, though.
Win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh.
All right,
Adventure
I've got a
line.
solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost,
Oh,
I've
cool.
employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I'm doing it. I'm doing it, guys.
No, I'm done. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Huh? Where'd it go? Where did the line go? What's up, Lolo? Happy Fool Day, happy Fool Day. It's almost over, but I just got home, so... We're playing Stanley Parable. You're welcome to suggest any songs of any type today. We're listening to some interesting music today, to say the
line
least.
knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley,
Oh.
to destiny.
Get juked.
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
Oh, April Fool's
Or
is
put
yes.
it another
Ah,
way,
I see.
Is the story of
Well, you
no
get 2 days.
destination
Lucky.
still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we
Play
implying
me
a
the
journey
La Mulana
such that a
soundtrack.
destination is
All right,
inevitably
just
conjured
let's
into
link it in the
being
chat. Link it in
via
the chat.
very manifestation of
Wait,
the
this is a
nature of life
circle.
itself. Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence.
What is this ad?
Right? Okay.
All
Now,
right.
if my experience of your
Spotify,
existence
by the way, all right.
rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective
I love this game
construct?
because
Whoa,
it's
whoa,
like
whoa, whoa, whoa.
the exact opposite of the game
Way
we were
back there?
previously playing.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what
Literal
we need
opposites.
right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
We were suffering our asses off in Rain World, and now we get this nice, entertaining comedy game. What the? What happened? Huh? Hey, look, there's like 8. Oh my god. What is this paint job? Oh shit, what happened? What is going on? Is that... What? Oh, that's... Oh! That's coming from the game! Oh! I thought that was the next song in the recommended or something. Oh my god, I was looking for it. I'm like, what? What tab is on? Okay, I guess there's already music here. Oh my god. Alright, we'll follow the line. Corporate imbalances, monthly ledgers, financial records. Interesting. Yup.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Oh, okay, okay.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay,
Make
alright.
sure you study it closely and
Okay.
remember it.
Let's
carefully.
count how many leaves
You
there
won't
are,
want to miss
guys.
anything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. There's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Okay. 12 on one fern. Okay. Let's take an average. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, 21, 12. Let's average 15 per half fern. So 30. 30 per fern. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 30 times 30. 900. About 900. You notice you're listening to what he says, you know? I might be too dumb to do that. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Lolo, we got the La Mulana soundtrack going. Let's see. La Mulana. This one's coming out to you. Earth Wind.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, we're back.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Where's Our? Oh, I saw like he's like he got fired. There was a screen that says someone got fired.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Agreed.
We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Ooh.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh, agreed. Let's go this way.
Now, yes.
07.
This is exciting.
No more
Just
line.
me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley.
that's a good
I'm ready
good
for
thought.
it.
I'm gonna have some time. Give me some time to think about that one.
No, not you again.
Hey!
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitoring.
Or a story with a
Just
shark
don't
in it?
acknowledge it. We should be
I
fine.
see. What about a story with a train in it? You know, this would be a great horror game. They should just make the Stanley Parable into a horror
good
game.
Choice. We get to
It would
make
be
a
actually be
decision.
a really good
From
one.
Here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Like, imagine,
I believe
like,
I need a minute to think here. Just
Among
walk in
Us.
circles for a minute.
But you have to run from monsters in
Okay,
this.
so I
Isn't
know
this just
that
escape
each
the back
door
rooms,
has
though?
to
It's basically
lead
the same thing. Oh,
somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're
Am I
trying
doing
to
this correctly,
go,
guys?
there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the
I'm getting dizzy.
counter-inverted
All right,
reverse
let's go this way.
door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct
Which
one.
where's
Another
right?
victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
You've been playing the confusion. Whoa, what is going on?
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one
Is
giant
it logging
ending?
all of our stuff?
And we're
I think it
supposed to
is.
restart the game what, eight times?
Oh, hell
That's
no.
really how all this goes?
Deviate,
all
first restart, discover 2
determined?
rooms.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
After a
Oh.
long time,
Well,
Stanley
consider
dies?
me. Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I
Again?
get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Wander in the black space.
And the
Oh,
timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever
We
it
get a
is that made
bookstore.
this schedule? How would we even
None of the
know?
rest of the board happens?
Will someone come for us?
Lame.
Will something happen?
Yeah, this door is really
So-
weird.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination
maybe,
or
maybe.
the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
True,
so
true.
I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Uh-oh. No
All
sharks
of
nor
his
trains in the
coworkers
story.
were gone. What could it mean?
Boring ass
Stanley
story.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where is the meeting room again? I don't even remember.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
This
it
is a
perfectly
lounge,
well.
right?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes.
Wow,
This
yes,
room.
this room.
What a... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. All of his co-workers were gone.
Behind $1,500.
Stanley
What if we
decided
try
to
that
go to the
again?
meeting room. Perhaps he had
Will there
simply
be
missed a
guardrails
memo.
this time? Nope. Not going to the meeting room. You can't tell me what to do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Let's
and
do it again,
Stanley knew
guys.
Perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business,
I
Stanley
wonder
took
if it
the first
remembers
open door on his left.
your deaths. This game would remember
Stanley
your
was
death.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is
Nope.
in control of the story and no
That's
one
not.
gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
You can climb the box on the left? Alright, we'll try that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When
The soundtrack's
Stanley came to a set
kinda
of
banger.
2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, let's go to the boxes. Can you even go
Stanley
up
was
there?
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Can we? Climb at your own risk. How do you get up there? How do you even climb these boxes? We can't even jump. What is this link? What's this? Song of Curry. Oh my god. Is that Stephen Curry? Steph Curry. Wow. I am adding this to my playlist of meme songs. Wait, why can't I do that? Where's the function? Oh, it's save. Oh, there it is. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go down.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Oh, yeah?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting.
Does everyone have... You know, some people have, like, their own narrator
Stop
So,
trying
like,
to make every
is that...
decision
Do
by
you
yourself.
have that?
Now, I'm not asking
Like,
for
a
me.
personal narrator, like, that tells you what to do. An internal narrator. I'm not sure if I have that.
Your
I
chance
don't
to
think I
redeem
have
yourself,
that.
To put your work aside.
Like, let's say
to
you're
let
doing
her
something and
back
there's like
into your
like a
life.
narrator in your
She's
mind
been waiting.
telling you what you're doing. Oh, what is... Oh. Oh.
That's her, Stanley.
What is
you
this?
need to be the one to...
Flashbang. You do, but they tell you unhelpful prompts.
Oh, Stanley, is
That's
that
not-
you?
oh, oh, oh.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Bread out of the oven.
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Hold the phone cord next time. What the?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point
Looking
here,
closely.
Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Is it an orgy? It is not. It is not.
This
Unlucky.
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee. Press B on my keyboard. B.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of
We're
his
trapped
existence.
in a New York apartment. Circle. Is that a 0 or is that O? The zeros are more oblong, right? This has to be O.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly
Oh.
what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button.
What are we spelling?
Now
B-O?
he's eating lunch.
Hey, you calling me
Now he's
smelly?
going home. Now he's coming
That's
back to
kind of
work.
mean.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
We're playing Wordle here, right? What's B-O-C? Huh? Bach.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
All right,
It was
well-
wonderful. And each day that he returned
That
to work
song is
was a
over.
reminder that none of it would ever
Let's go
happen
back to
him.
martial law. Watch TV. Oh.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building...
You know
had
how
suddenly
cursed you have to
vanished
be
off
to
the
have
face
your
of the
office
earth?
number
The thought
to be the same as your
excited him
apartment number?
terribly.
All right, what is this Wordle here, guys? We're trying to solve a puzzle. What's going on here? B-O-C-Y. What does that spell? Fake word, fake word. Bossy.
So he went further. He imagined
Bach,
that he came to
C.
two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Dude, maybe this is an escape room. Press M to prepare dinner. Another one. Maybe it's scrambled? Alright, we shall see. Alright. Chat, let's work on this cipher together. We have B-O-C-Y-M. Let's see if anyone can solve the riddle.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible
N after
paths
C?
and
Okay, there's another N.
destinations.
Okay.
Down one path,
Let me
lay
write
an
that down.
enormous round room.
There's an
with
N.
monitors and mind controls.
I think we have too many
Down another was
consonants.
a yellow line that weaved in many directions. and
Might
down
not
another
work.
was a game with a
Might not.
baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Oh. Press P to tell my kids a story. I have kids? That's not good. That is not good.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over.
Your daddy
wishing
might not
beyond
make it
hope
very
that
far,
would never
kids.
end, that he might always feel this free.
He already has died like
Surely
4
there's an
times.
answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I like how if there were no subtitles, This game would be unplayable because of the background music.
But there is no answer.
Oh, there's a G.
How could there possibly
Alright,
be?
G.
In reality, all he's doing is
I can't
pushing
even
the
hear
same
what's
buttons
going
he
on.
Always has. Nothing has changed.
I can barely
The
hear
longer
it,
he
my
spends
god.
here, the more invested he gets.
Oh my god,
the
it's
more he
becoming my
forgets
office.
Which life is the real one.
Press O to go to sleep. Oh, that is another
I'm
letter.
trying to tell him this.
Let's see.
That in this world he can never be anything
Another
but an
O.
observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Oh,
How can I
shoot.
tell him
My
in
bad.
a way that he'll understand that every second he
That's a V,
remains
guys.
here, he's electing to kill himself? How can
I
I
have
get
no
him
idea
to
what
see
they're
what I
spelling.
see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press G to question nothing. Okay, so we have NBOCYMPGOVG. Oh my god, that does not spell anything.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
Stanley
die.
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh. Hold touching hands.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time
Touching
before he found the
hands.
others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
This one's a
Stanley
classic.
came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first. Just
I listen to this
admire it.
once a year, and it's always on April Fool's
Stanley
Day.
felt lightheaded.
And it
butterflies
always
in his
hits the
stomach.
same.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Can I turn it up a bit? Yes, sir. There we go.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
God,
you
this is some
all
ear
this
rape.
time.
Oh my god.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
So funny, though.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
Phone, you can pull the cord out of the wall. Okay.
This is it, Stanley.
That's what we shall do,
Your
then.
chance to redeem yourself.
Do we even go,
to
are we
put
going the
your
right way?
work aside.
I think it's this room.
To let her back into your life. She's been
It
waiting.
is this one, I think.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually...
I don't know, I just
chose
came over here and,
incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible.
pulled the
Let
plug.
me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic
Man, this
safety
guy's such a
protocols
yapper,
for
man.
real-world decision
Get to
making.
the
Or
point,
did you
man.
not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game.
This
for
guy's a
moment
very
so
good
we can
narrator, though.
educate you
I'm not gonna
properly on
lie.
safe decision making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
Okay.
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Did he just turn a
Or he could
cricket
spend
into a
years
burger?
of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their
looks like
thought,
an Italian
then provide an
mafia
excuse
boss.
why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making
Ready?
choices on a
No
regular
problem.
basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
It is getting kind of
Most
hot in
medical
here.
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per
8
day.
choices per
Do
day.
you make more than 8? Less?
I mean,
And
surely you
finally,
make more than
if you
8.
begin to wonder if
Chat,
your
how-
choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant
Okay,
contribution
I'm
to
going
the
to-
world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and
What
problems
is this
are
link
materially
here?
insignificant,
Another...
and the feeling should subside. At this time, your
Oh.
instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Thank you, Lolo. This fits the situation perfectly.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room
good.
has begun to deteriorate as
What
a
the
result
hell?
of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly
You can tell the
informed on
devs had a
good
lot of fun
decision-making,
making this
we're
game.
going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct
You make
thing
at
to
least
do
2
would
choices a
be.
day?
Play,
God damn!
please.
Save some for the rest of us. I make 2 choices a day as well, though. I either get out of bed or I don't get out of bed.
Now that we
That's
know
one
your choices
choice,
are meaningful,
and then
we
I
can't
eat
have you
or I
jumping off
don't
the
eat.
platform and dying. Imagine the main character
Mutually
dying
exclusive.
senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately,
Also,
it
hello,
seems this
Scrumple
place
Nuts.
is not
How's
well
it going?
equipped to deal with reality.
Hope you're having a good start to April. Oh, we're back. Oh. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. I'm sorry.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left.
The
back
funny
to
part
the
is this
correct
song,
ending,
I have the
story
other
without
version of it.
resolution
I have
once
the
again,
Ayaya
and
version
you'll
of
be
this
home
song.
free in the real
But I
world.
didn't know there's a I don't know there's a DK version. DK version's really funny. Another song to add to the playlist of meme songs. This is cinema right here.
Now
Cinema.
remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we'll follow his instructions this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Tips
a
for
wave
not
of
getting
disbelief,
fired.
Stanley
Talk
decided
less,
to go up to
do
his
good
boss's
work.
office, hoping he might find an
Don't
answer
get fired.
there.
That's genius. That's genius. What else? Let a ball inside of you. Take it out passive aggressively. Oh. Hey, I was reading that! Okay. Got it. Oh, it's already back. We already read that. Room closets. It's locked.
Coming to a staircase,
Wait a
Stanley
sec.
walked upstairs
There
to
wa-
his boss's office.
There was a staircase that went down. The landscape is changing. What the? What does this say? The beige pages. Oh, it's a play on the yellow pages. I get it.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was
How
once
long
again
is this
stunned
song?
to discover not an indication of any
10
human.
minutes!
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in
God.
disbelief who orchestrated this until he
10
saw
minutes.
the door with a voice receiver
crazy.
next to it. Surely behind this door lay
Hey, this
all
room's
the
kinda
answers to his
nice.
questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode.
Was this
He had
always
seen
like
it on
this?
his boss's computer just
Wait a
last week.
second.
Night Shark 115.
The landscape
Was
changed
this
again.
the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now
I
he would
am
draw
the
from
most
within himself
expensive
the courage
boss.
to face the unknown.
Okay.
He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Yes.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Oh,
He spoke
sharks.
into
It
the
is a shark
receiver,
story.
right there on the wall.
Oh, into the
I'm
receiver?
sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't
this
get
the
on with the
receiver?
story. This is a crucial step.
Maybe I'm stupid. Has to be the whole... The phone?
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We did that. We did that, guys. We did that. We did that.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be
We're
fine.
in an endless
All right.
loop, guys.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
We
the door
did
on his
that.
left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
What are your dreams
Feeling
for
a
the
wave of
future?
Disbelief. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That
Are we
means
having
choosing
blackout
responsibly
seizures?
And always putting the story
Probably.
first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
We're sick
Just
in the
follow
head.
my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Gotta run faster?
Yet
Okay.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Let me
a
speedrun
wave of
this.
disbelief,
Give me a sec.
behave
Alright.
exactly as Stanley would.
Alright.
That means choosing responsibly and
We're gonna
always
speedrun this.
putting the story first. I'm
Go,
quite
go,
sure
go.
you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
I'm ready.
entered the door on his left.
Go, go, go.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Oh.
behave
far.
exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and
All right,
always
let's try
putting
the other side.
story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead.
Was
and
that a
you'll
world
be fine.
record?
All
It might have
right.
been. It could have.
When Stanley came,
We
to
were
a
very
set of
close to
2
the world
open
record.
Doors, he entered
I
the
think we
door on his
clipped
left.
the chair, so we lost.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Yeah, you didn't put the picture in correctly. Oh, it's over. How many of these are there? Oh my god, alright. Okay, we gotta cleanse our palate a little bit with some good music, yeah? Let's cleanse our palate. What is a good palate cleansing song? Let's listen to some Luthi. Alright. I was about to go insane.
Oh, it's
What the-
ruined.
Huh?
I can't believe after everything we talked about that
Oh
you...
my God.
My story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what?
This is what I call
What did you get
meticulous
out of
chaos.
that? What did you think was so special
actually
about
hard
seeing
to
the game
recreate in video
undone,
games.
Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
Get back.
I have to.
We're cleansing our palate with a little bit of good music. We need to have these break periodically. Otherwise we would be going insane. Oh god, what is going on? We're being abducted.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With
Really?
You.
Where are you, buddy?
Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for
But there's
it.
a theory that the narrator
That
is like
thought
a
hadn't
core
even occurred
portal.
to you, had it? That there's a
So he's like
world outside of
GLaDOS
you.
or
You're a
Wheatley?
child.
I can see that. Great games, by the way.
Story.
Portal
If
2.
you'd just gone through the door
Mwah.
on the left, you would have
Puzzles
seen it. There was
are
a whole
amazing.
underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Portal 2 is one of the rare cases where the sequel was better than the original.
He entered the door on his left.
Wait,
Stanley? Hello? You...
are we... So is this the perspective that we are the narrator now, right?
I need you to make a choice.
Oh. The narrator ending, I guess. Is this what it is? Oh.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
Crows.
I need you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct.
Is this a true ending?
Work together. I'll accept whatever you do.
Okay.
I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Well, that's the game, I guess.
This is more important than you can ever know. I
GG.
need this. The story needs it.
You can tell this is a Unity game for sure, though.
Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Wait, this game came out in 2013? Holy crap.
Time to decide. Time
That's
to
crazy.
make sure your choice is
12
the
years ago?
best choice.
Oh my god. Sorry, Leroy.
What's the right thing to do?
Leroy Jenkins.
Time as you need.
Alright,
All of his co-workers
Now
had
what?
gone. What could it mean?
let's see.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Where
missed
shall
a
we go
memo.
next? Alright, no. We only need one palette cleanser today. We need to go back. Okay, this one's a little too ear-rapey. Oh, this is what we want, guys. It's also called the Not Stanley ending. Okay. This is the song.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You tell him, Dixon Dallas.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, we've not
Stepping
been
into
here
his
before.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret
This is
was
like a
being
slightly
held from
different
him?
version of the one that
What
we've
he could
been...
not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's
piano here.
desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra
say,
secret
certificate
PIN number, 2845.
I can't read that.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Let me turn the sensitivity down a little bit. That's a little better. It's a little too sensitive. You know what? I think we need to turn it all the way up. Agreed?
Stanley just sat
Oh
around
my
twiddling his
god!
thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 284.
Okay. No. I need to actually make it through the stream, so let's leave it at 4. There's an ending that requires 4 hours to complete. I would not be surprised.
5.
We are... I mean, we can do that. We just leave the stream on and I just leave and I go to sleep, probably.
2845.
It's not working. What was the number? Wait, what was the number? It started with 2?
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened
Oh, wow.
by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
What was the number? 2? Oh, I can't... Nope, 2. 8. 4. Boom. Four? Here? Oh, we did it. I'm the best. I'm wondering when the second season of Dawn's coming out. Probably like next year.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Techno, you're also a fan of Dawn? What's some anime?
When for years it had never
Sobbed during
occurred to
episode
him.
7.
This
Yep.
question would not go unanswered for long.
The very, very powerful episode. The mommy episode.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
My favorite anime is Frieren. And I'm glad there's a new season coming next year. I'm rewatching it right now. The song was from Mashal, such a funny anime. Yeah, it was a... I don't know, I watched like 3 episodes of Mashal, and then I just crashed out. It was a little too extreme. It's kind of like One Punch Man humor, but like at 5 million.
Room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Oh, we lived.
Stanley
I thought we
thought to
died.
himself. Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome. You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013,
Oh,
getting
for
to the
Mashal?
bottom of the Mind Control
Oh.
Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos
I
of
just
it on
realized. Wait,
Twitter.
that's
You
Mashal.
were
That's
very
right.
superior about it.
I
And you're all
remember.
very, very clever.
Creepy
Good
Nuts
for you.
also
Anyway,
did this
when it came
a cover
time to
for
update
Dawn
the
to Dawn,
game,
right?
We knew that we
Yeah.
had to do something.
They did
about this
the
little
EP as
goof
well.
of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make
Alright,
it seem
we're not
like
gonna
we've
listen to Dracula
really
flow
covered
all
every
day.
nook and
That's
cranny
just
of
too
the
much
game,
talking.
with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece
This one's
of
good.
music just
Demon
for
Dice
this
is good.
section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job.
Oh wait, they're playing something in the background. Wait, hold on.
Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job. You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
Excited for the Disney Plus anime.
Jumped on the catwalk.
Wasted Wonderland.
Should've
Harry
been
Potter vs. Disney
careful.
villains.
Should've
Love
been
story.
careful.
It's made by Yana Tsuboso,
Used to
Black
be
Butler's
a
creator.
bug,
Huh.
But now it's an ending.
Insane.
Now it's an ending.
I never watched Black
believe in
Butler,
you.
but I know
believe
some of the
in your
characters from
ability
it.
to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Man, I'm so
Good job,
proud of
you
myself.
did it. Good job, you 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 did it.
Good job, you did it. Nice. Okay, now we need to go escape this. Oh. Wait a second. This is Where's my computer?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
What?
it mean? Stanley decided
New
to go to the meeting room.
office.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. Ah. Ah. Huh? What happened? Okay. That was a thing. Alright, how did we get there again?
When
Shoot.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I
he entered the
think-
door on his left.
Wait, I think we just sequence broke the game. Well, did that room not load
Yet there
correctly
was
or
not a
something?
single person here either. Feeling a
That's
wave
so
of
weird.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, let's actually enter the code this time. Maybe there's money inside.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Calming new age music.
Feeling
is
soothed
this?
and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened
Twisted
passageway.
Wonderland opening. Man, the animation quality looks pretty good. I mean, there's not really anything animated. Oh, there it is. Oh, snap. Characters are pretty. Where the hell are we? Are we supposed to go up?
Stanley walked straight
Oh,
ahead
right.
through the large door that read Mind Control
Bye-bye, buddy.
Facility.
I'm out of
Although
here.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every
No, I'm good.
opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
What is this? Nice. Twisted Wonderland. Interesting. Have any of you watched Severance? Dude, Severance, I just finished it. Dude, that show is fire. That show is really good. It kind of reminds me of this game. What the fuck? It actually just reminds me of this game. Oh my god. It's a really good show. The season 2 was a little bit controversial, but the premise of the show is that your work and normal life are separated, and your brain switches off into, so you're basically like two people in one. And so obviously there's an ethical problem there, and it basically deals in very good and awesome detail on how that would work and how it won't work, and lots of weird stuff goes on. Oh, are we just dead? We are just dead. Each character is twisted from the respective movies. Alice in Wonderland, Lion King, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Snow White, Hercules, and Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, that's what the original fairy tales are actually based off of.
Closer and closer to his
At least the princess ones, they're based off of the Grimm fairy tales, which were already kind of twisted. They were versions where all the princesses died, and basically Disney took their ideas and they made it digestible for the 5-year-old. So I'm not the biggest Disney fan, but hey, they definitely made their impact.
Farewell, Stanley.
I think there's like a live-action TV show like The Grimm or something, The Grimm Tales or something.
Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly
who are
into
you?
the enormous metal jaws.
What?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay. Oh. Is this a movie theater?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created,
This game
for
is
you
truly
long
a
in
fever
advance,
dream. It's pretty
death
awesome.
becomes meaningless,
What's on my
making
side?
life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that
Back in the
Stanley
back room,
was
or?
already dead from the moment he hit start?
The museum room. Oh, stop. 2 doors. As this room is created, the rest of the game emerges an extension from it. An exploration of the contradictory the game proposed. What's this? Corridor. Pacing of this opening section is important to get right. The corridor has been moved to illustrate to make sure the player reaches to. Are these just dev notes? They are just dev notes. Office layout. Interesting. There's like models of his different desks. The office. Button sounds. Selection of sounds throughout the game are pressed. Each sound is mixes. I've never heard these sounds before. Interesting. Alright, let's see. Let's go back to some. Alright, let's skip the demon dice today. Okay, that is Alright. Padaru. You gonna hop up for the night? Hey, thanks for stopping by, Techno. Appreciate the input. Have a good one. Maintenance room. What is this? It's raining cash. What is the difference between a duck? How do you make the worst game ever? What is... How's the game going? Hope it's good or better than the first one. From a cool man. Are you a rock? That's a good question. We should all be asking ourselves that. What is the significance of 112800? I think I want to know is what would Stanley do if he entered any of the other rooms? Okay. How many of them are there? Max Ernst Salvador Dali. Ha ha goose? What is that? Is that a meme? I do not know. Urgent response. Be inclined to die. Okay. Dead, strong, bad. How do you type with boxing gloves on? Take them off. Idiot. It's in the control room. Okay. That's enough. There's so many. Freedom ending. Where is this? Maybe there is no freedom ending. Countdown ending. That looks like a jail cell. That doesn't look like a boss office. Man, this is the most meta shit ever. Making a museum of your own game.
When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power
Narration
source
outtakes.
at the top of the facility
Kavan
to
Brighting.
end this injustice forever. Stanley
This guy's a
pushed
Chad.
the big red button.
How do you get out of here? Is this a dead end or something? What do you mean? We already listened to the song. Alright, next one. This one's a classic. El Clásico. Okay. I think this is a good ending. Game is now paused. Escape menu. We'll go back. I think there's too many secrets. We have no idea.
When Stanley
There
came
is
to a set
a,
of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
Okay, we
walked
haven't got
straight
here
ahead
yet.
to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
This reminds me of like a lot of
Stanley decided to
Euclidean
go up to his boss's
game design.
office, hoping he coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Kind of like Superliminal type of deal. Not as trippy.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive
so
economy,
this is the
why
endless
had he
loop.
taken that risk? All because he believed everyone...
Is there
had
another
managed.
branch here,
His
or...?
boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinked.
I don't think there... I think that's a dead end.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, so that door comes from there.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh. Oh snap, this is a new area. You have not gone here before. Alright. Hey, there's good elevator music going on. Let's listen to it. Wait a second. How far down are we going? There has to be an achievement where you just wait here for like hours. Huh. Well, I'm going to browse the web for a second. Do not mind me. You know what? Let's pull some packs on Pocket while we're waiting. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we're pulling. And... what do we get? We got nothing. Unlucky. Got a red and an Iono, though. That's not too bad. We have one more pack. One more pack. Oh, man. Oh, both duds. Alright. Really? Okay. Lame. There's nothing else to do here. Something in here? Everything is locked.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Oh. Nice. there anywhere else you can go here? Probably just down. Let's go back up.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back
Nice
up.
try, narrator.
Silly me. Why did Stanley
slow.
do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Surely there's something different now, right?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated.
Dude, look at how many
It's that
branches they
keen
have
eye
to...
for storytelling that you have. An
They have
incisive
to,
rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry
to
of
weave together.
uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Okay. Go back down.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and
There has to be an
down again.
achievement of going
Ladies
up and down
gentlemen,
this elevator,
How
right?
does he keep coming up with all of this?
Surely. You drive the narrator insane.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
This narration's good. Alright. Alright, just do a quick check. What the?
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Hey! Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright,
I'm
I'm ready
prepared
to.
to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Oh, man. How was timeout? I don't know, you tell me.
All right.
Alright, we're back.
I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
I'm going back. I'm gonna drive the narrator insane. We're going back down.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how
It's actually a very
revelatory
satisfying
Stanley's
thinking sound.
decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Wait a second. Now I'm going back up. Did we lose the narrator?
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
Oh?
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of
That's
the
right,
hill.
that's right, that's
But the
Gambler right there.
suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating.
Oh my
and having
God,
to
it could
guess,
be
that's the
anything.
real thrill.
It could be
We
not a
simply
boss's
don't let
office.
that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Oh no.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive
could be on
moments
one week. It
flung
could
right
be.
in their faces from the very moment
could
that
be.
things get started. But where's the tension? Where's
All right.
the trust in the audience to build a
We
slow
gotta listen
and
to some
nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time
Indian
to
meme
imagine
music.
surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is
Thanks for reminding me,
storytelling,
Lolo,
Stanley.
to put the music
what
back
you and
on.
I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see,
Song's
I
so
want
good.
stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of
getting
tradition.
kinda tired.
You're a role model, you know?
Holy
People look up
shit.
to you.
Thank
Which
God
is
I'm
why-
listening to some
I
music.
didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Okay. Oh!
Okay, the
But-
room where we're holding the press conference
No, 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 no,
should be
no!
just around the corner here somewhere.
World's healthiest human being. How we did it, the pyramids. The guy who went to Mars.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a
Stanley
little bit
Ryder,
about the nature
almonds,
of
cherry
surprise
gum.
in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly
Conversation with
unpredictable narrative. Oh,
Doing
don't worry,
Great with
you'll do
Alexander
great.
the
Just be
Great.
yourself and speak from the
Lamau.
heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Remember where you came from. The storyteller. Up again, down again. The Stanley story. Oh. I'm going back. Oh. Was that an ending?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. Where do we explore next? New content.
Oh, new content? What
New
does that
content, that's
mean,
pretty cool.
New content.
Okay.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley
Oh, this
Parable
is the Ultra Deluxe.
As may know, The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
It's gonna be a joke, right? There's not anything here?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we...
Hey, get me out!
Moving somewhere or... Oh, there we
we
go.
go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right.
Oh.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Wow. Oh, we can jump! This is content. Oh, we're out of jumps. No, we can't jump anymore. Sad.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Oh, that was it?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
I'm good.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No. What? Oh, this is new content. What is this? New area.
Psst. Stanley, come over here.
I'm
In
good.
the vent. I want to show you something.
I don't listen to strangers.
Oh, You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
The song is atrocious.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Coffee nuts.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Wow.
Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
Collector's edition.
Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had
awards.
integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Good times. Have we been to all these places? Basically, right? Or are these updated based on how much you have done? Mozilla start page. A picture of that guy with his dog. Is that clock accurate? It is not. What? It's first dollar. Smile because it happened. Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. Really? Break it. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. I think that's an achievement, right? You just leave the game on for 5 years and you get the achievement. Oh wait, it's not a picture of jumping off the thing.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
To describe anyone as
Stephanie Sterling writes,
compares
we're so many games that
Dear
aspire to
Esther.
be more than games end up less than
Is that another
any form
game?
of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the
Flawless
original Stanley
victory.
Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
BigSushi.fm.
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I like how this is a shrine. This place actually looks kind of cozy, not gonna lie. What is this? never the end.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a
I have
richly
no idea what I'm
stimulating
reading.
commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh, this is where all the
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of
Steam
reviews.
reviews.
From
Here we
Steam,
go.
The online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Uh-oh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Okay, we need to,
let's see what this one says.
the cleanse needs to happen.
While the idea for the game is good,
Okay. We'll just listen to
someone who
nothing for a
prefers
little while.
non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy?
Enjoy
Stanley,
the background.
I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me
go
if I'm
for it.
preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
9.8
I wish
hours.
there was a skip
You played
button.
for 9.8 hours, and then you write that
A
review.
skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Okay.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Alright. Deal. Oh, I think I've seen
And
this
here
before.
it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you
We
forward
basically,
in
like,
time so
hit
that
the button
second
until
my
end of time.
incessant droning starts to bore you. With just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very... Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it
What
was plenty
happens
of
if
time
I
for me to
abuse the
deliver
button?
A long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not
So
that,
how
of
long
course,
does he
you
go
need a
on for?
description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd
How
say it
much
was
dialogue
perhaps
can they
less of a
cram into
rumination
this area?
and more of a treatise. Or Maybe a manifesto.
Maybe a
Look,
manifesto.
I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
Okay,
That is
that's
to
called
say,
fate.
if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making
Agreed.
every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact
Okay.
do the very opposite? You see, it could in
All
fact
right.
be both of these things
All
at
right.
once.
Good enough.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at
Oh,
least
no, that's
change
not
some of the
happening.
wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check
All
on.
right.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest
long
that
is
we
this
not
dialogue,
press the
actually?
button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
Uh-oh.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first
I don't
place?
know.
I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
A
sufficiently
porthole?
large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your
Oh.
Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my
plans.
God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else,
no.
I don't
I
know
got
how
bad
to
news
stop
for you,
from
buddy.
pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
Why would I
I've been
not?
thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because
All right.
of those reviews. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would
That's
you think
true.
that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing?
The
Me
clock has
just
stopped.
talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It is.
Oh.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had
It's
so
nicer
much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months.
For the
I lost it
longest
all in a
time.
blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, What took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity.
All right,
for
buddy.
what I
Oh, he's gone. He just left. Lock is broken. Like, what if you wait sufficiently long on this room? Why is there a fire alarm?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said,
he's going
"Entertain
insane."
us." It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of...
It's still the same. Alright.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
we end,
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Alright. How many times do you actually have to hit this? Enough, right? Couldn't even hit the button. The button's kind of like sagging. Oh. This place is falling apart. Ooh. I like how the skip button still works, despite the entire world falling apart. Well, at least there's still sun. No, it's not. Peaceful. It's a Zen garden. Ah, nature. Oh. It's an apocalypse. I can't believe the button still works. Monka? Man, this is the most resilient button in the world. Like some apocalypse going on outside. Oh, finally broke. Is there anything actually else to do around here? Or, oh. Cuts you out? Oh. Okay, well.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Interesting. New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Alright, what do you got for me, buddy?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable.
Oh, yes!
2.
Wow!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Photos off painting K to go.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented.
The artist had a lot of fun.
It screams progress and innovation
427.
and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing
pitch
for
design
it.
number 2 chart.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on.
Wow.
Try out some of the new features.
Can we jump though? Merch. They're back. 2 doors. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Oh shit. Really? What is this? Please no screenshots. A whole new office? Okay. Let me just screenshot this real quick. New updated ray tracing, but more of the same. Let's see. New features, new content, new ideas. Consistent quality with just the amount change. Can you press that button? Oh. Jump circle, infinite hole. Ooh, infinite hole. Reassurance bucket. Alright, let's say the player's name. Exclusive. Ooh, let's press the button.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Okay. Yeah.
So with that in mind, my first... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
I won't.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Okay.
I want you to imagine yourself living... Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Jim.
If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
That is what it is.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish
Well,
first.
thank you, buddy.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on? Jim. See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Oh.
Jim.
No. That's funny. All right.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Where does this go? Settings World Champion. Free achievement. Oh. Ooh. Pull the lever, receive your thing. No more steps. Get yours right now. Deal.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever and when you pull... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay, well. Broken. Everything is broken around here.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet? You
This
know
one's
what?
broken as well.
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Collectibles. Can you find them? Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Ugh. Oh, shit. Collectibles. Nice.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I like how they named all the things, like, all wrong. What else is here? Merch. Settings World Champion. Collectibles. The reassurance bucket. Okay, let's just do this.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Okay.
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Okay.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
All right.
As long
Let me
as
try
you
it
hold
out.
onto the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Oh my
And
God.
to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket gives you an air of charisma as well?
Can't return the bucket.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, we're just stuck with a bucket now? That's great. Yay, bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Oh, man. Nice.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
What is this? Falling through space-time. Depth infinite.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
It just keeps going.
This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Oh. GG.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back
How
to the
long
top.
do you think this can
Do
go
it
on?
the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Let's see.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
We need to find out what's
I
at the
don't want
bottom,
anyone
guys.
to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
What if we just go AFK here? What happens? What is down here? Some cigarettes. Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2.
Great.
Forbidden
Now,
knowledge.
I'm very excited to show you. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
I don't know, you tell me.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport.
You never have enough of this hole.
Join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
A lot shorter.
I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole.
It's just me, a bucket, and a hole.
Something. Let's pop back up.
Bring
to the
a
top,
mop
and we'll
and
see
a
if it gets any
bucket
shorter.
for this hole. For this hole.
Well, there it is. The shame of my lies. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but
Can we
at
even
this
get out?
depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the teleport button not working?
Uh-oh.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now
The
you'll
whole
get more
ending.
time with it
GG.
than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Are we just stuck here? The game over? It's all about the hole? You're right. Oh! Patience is rewarded. It was an elevator all along. This is way deeper than I thought it would be. Goodbye, world. Change your perspective. Oh, snap. We see ourselves. Change your perception.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Change my reality.
My head's stronger.
What is this?
Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Oh.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
I think I like the side view the best.
using up the space of mine.
This is kind of good. What about change yourself? Oh, wait, who are we? Oh, this is the one, guys. I think I found myself. This one represents me the most. Oh, the realities are there.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
Hey!
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away.
I was having fun.
Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
I'm good. I'm good.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
The Terminator, man. I'll be back. Here we go again. Alright, well. Is that over? Is it over? Oh shit, we're back? Got reset.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
I think we've done all of them. Is there anything else we should do here? Mostly infinite hole, Lamau. Mostly. Oh look, all of them have the balloons now. I think this exhibit is closed.
Come now. You've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly.
Alright, back to the whole
we
room,
all
guys.
have to move on from our mistakes.
Oh, it's closed. Lame. Okay, now what? Let's go up the stairs. Like I said, we have to go to the credits room. Or the exit. Settings World Champion. What is this? Eh? I think all these places are blocked off. That's new. Is it? Epilogue. You heard Jim in the game. Let's go back. Road to the perfect button. Oh, the button's still gone. I see. Okay. So now what? I guess we go towards the exit. Where's the exit? Exit E. Oh, there it is. Well, let's get out of here. None else here.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
No screeches. Wait, what is going on?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay, deal.
Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh.
Well, I mean, there's potential
I mean,
here,
you
right?
tried.
It's sort of. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
Okay.
I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay
This is
of the
truly
original.
meta,
Wait,
man.
maybe that's
You
it.
go meta.
I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
I
With
see.
respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
You know, this is just like
But it would need a really, really tremendous
real.
title
This is
screen.
just doesn't
A
happen in
title
like
screen that says with bold
sequels
and
of video games anymore. They're
uncompromising
usually
conviction,
used for like a cash
this
grab and
is the
whatnot.
Stanley Parable 2.
When has a
Let me see
sequel
if I can whip something up.
in like the last
All right,
years have been better than the original?
take a look.
Very few, no? Oh, snap. Really? Play this song.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Oh, shoot.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's my life,
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Yo, Dubs,
office,
did you sign up
hoping
for,
he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase,
the Box
Stanley
Box Challenge?
walked
Come on, buddy.
upstairs to his boss's
We need
office.
you.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive
No,
economy,
sign up.
why
Wait,
had
I
he
don't think you
taken
can
that
sign up
risk?
anymore, can you?
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then
It's free
something
money, man.
occurred to Stanley. Maybe
10K RP, man.
Maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he
Okay, I
walked
think it's the
down?
same,
Why did
the sequel is now paused.
Stanley knew the office layout. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? Maybe Stanley would never pick up the bucket. Lonely bucket. Lonely. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
is there actually anything different here?
To the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Woohoo!
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
How do you even get up there?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Danger
Look,
everywhere.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Alright, well, Silent Quest over. Where are we?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright, let's follow this instruction.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The 2 of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop.
I think,
we would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Okay.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What?
Here. Yes.
Space.
Oh, beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Happiness. Glad. Is that it? Oh. Let's just enjoy the moment. It's like breathing exercises. What is that emote? Is that Mario? Oh. Banger. Dang. So this is what LSD is like. Wait. Okay, we can still go back.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Uh-oh.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Oh.
There. See?
Oh no, I'm not.
This
I'm
is
going
what
back.
you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this. No. No, no. What are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
There's nothing
My
left to do
God.
for them.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
That's
Am I
TFT.
reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
Gamble.
I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
I like how you walk slower now.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
I'm going back.
Well, that was a near-death experience.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
All
could
right.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
So how many,
Perhaps he had simply...
And the menu is so crispy.
Mr.
Dude,
Memo.
why is it so much nicer than the Riot client?
Stanley, pick up the bucket.
Where is the bucket? Who farted? Where is the bucket?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It was okay.
There's literally nothing to do in the
But
lounge.
eager to get back to
Where are the
business,
PC? Where are
Stanley
the
took
gaming
first
PCs,
open
guys?
door on his left.
Where are the gaming PCs? That
And
is
so
no
he
lounge.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Get Juke peek real quick. Nope.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
Bullet
he wanted
time.
to wander about and get even further off
Is that
track.
MF?
So now, in order to get back, he needed to go from here. It's left.
You
oh
think-
no!
do you think
no,
MF
it's
is
to
a
the
good
right.
carry?
My mistake. No,
Apparently not.
No, not the right.
I don't know what I'm going to be
Why
playing
would I
tomorrow.
have
What are
ever
we
said it
playing
was to the
tomorrow?
right?
We're playing
What was I
strategists.
thinking?
We're
It's
playing.
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I don't know. We might try to get a head jump on the crowd.
Let's see, we went down. Right,
We're gonna
left,
play
down, left.
day one.
Right. Yep. Okay. Yes.
Like stream
I've got
during
it
the
now.
day.
This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
This new. All right, where do you?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to oh, who am I
427.
kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Employee pirate. That's what it says.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, this is literally okay. All right, well, I guess that's it. Is there?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
We've definitely gone
Stanley,
through this sequence
did
before.
you change anything when we were back in that
No.
room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Go this way. The hell? It's a maze. I like the walking speed in this game. It's really fast.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh. Alright, well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What
Stanley
could it
decided
mean?
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible
We've definitely
the
gone
story
through
is
this
back
sequence
where
before.
we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Agreed.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the
Definitely
story?
been here.
I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Exactly. It's like when you high roll in TFT.
And this was not one of those situations.
Did I even deserve the win?
Getting
No.
weirded out by whatever this
It's just
place
a free
is.
first
I don't
place.
care what might happen
Did I
this
do
time.
anything right?
I have
No.
to restart.
I just got lucky. Oh.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to
A
make sure
new
we don't
line.
get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Nice.
You see? The line knows where the story
It's
is.
the second,
It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now
06.
is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay. Deal. Is there a point in following this, or is it just a long convoluted?
Cut the music. Go back and look at that
Nah.
fern.
I'm good.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, there's a new path here.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through...
Classic line,
Well,
classic
I can't
line.
take this anymore, to hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's
Alright,
it
I
ever
think
done
we're
for
looping
us?
now.
We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we
Alright,
make up
is
our
there
own
any
story?
other achievement that
Something
I should do
exciting,
before we end the
daring,
game?
mysterious.
I think I'm pretty
Ooh,
tired, so we're
this
gonna
all
end the
sounds
stream
perfectly
soon, so...
doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in...
Any other
I don't
interesting
know.
things about
How
this
about
game?
this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever.
Alright. We have the second game. Let's take a look at some of the endings that are actually in this game. Let's see. Holy crap, there's so many. There is a nuke ending. The good ending. Holy crap, there are so many. Bucket Museum. Back Up 3 ending. Silly Birds ending. Eternity ending. Collect all these Stanley figs. Oh, hell no. What is this? Warehouse. There's a game show ending? Where is the pickup? Wait, you can pick up a bucket? Where are the buckets? Where the bucket at?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, there it is.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Jump out window. Where's the window?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling
Game
to
show
him,
ending.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Lounge. Forward.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Ride platform.
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the... Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something
I
up
think we
there I
already
need
did the
you
game
to
show
do.
ending.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I like there's a new dialogue. No bucket ending.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Phone, unplug.
Now pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Climb out the office
it's sitting
window.
right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters
First one by my
from them
office?
in a room of no more than 76
that's where it is.
degrees Fahrenheit,
What's a
with
major
one of your
overlord?
arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your
We'll
body.
try that next.
These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing
13
only
and a
for
half.
bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded,
It's a very
it
dirty
is
joke you got
customary to
there.
inform your listener that the joke is over by
Can't see
declaring in
anything
your
in
loudest
your text
possible
bubble.
voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny."
I'm
now.
Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the
I'm
joke
Dunny
is the only
with
way
the
to grow or
funny.
learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long.
10
and should
pages?
include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random.
There is a way
And that's
to...
all there is.
There
With
is
these
a way to
strategies
fix
at your
that problem, by the
disposal,
way.
you'll have
Surveys are
audiences
designed where
doubled
there
over
is
in laughter, and even tripled
a-
over in laughter in no
a
time at
question,
all.
and then there's the
Just
reverse of
remember
that
to let them
question.
stop
And if they
laughing
don't
at
both,
some
if they
point,
don't answer
you
consistently, the
gut-busting
survey is
little
tossed
scamp.
out.
After all,
I forgot what that
with
specific
each of us
type of
needed
question
on the
is
front
called,
lines
though.
of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their
Some
children after
insane
them.
artwork.
Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
May Earth reign supreme.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along,
Okay.
let's head back.
Comedy ending. Alright. Not bad. I guess the DLC is just like a complete like
feel it.
overhaul.
This time, I'm
all the
really going
endings,
to
it's just
nail the
all
delivery.
new
You'll be
endings.
in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous! How absurd! What a hilarious!
Is there any cool
concept.
endings I should
The king
actually
of
do?
Comedy. That's what you'll call
What are
me.
your guys'
Thank
favorite
goodness we have
endings?
The instructional video. Otherwise, who knows
We'll do
where
like
we'd be right now?
3 of them maybe.
Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Hey, they added a fence. Can't jump off anymore. Alright. Let's go jump out of a window. Like the insanity ending? Did we do that one already? Which one is the insanity ending? I think we did do the insanity ending. Also, we're in like the Parable 2 now. Does it exist in both? I don't think it's I think it's only in one, right? We have bucket friends now. Wait. What's the trigger condition? Let's see. Let's find it. Is it doomed or do we need to restart here?
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors,
I think we need to
they
restart
entered
here.
the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going
sorry.
to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint.
Alright. Let's go back. Wait. This
Stanley
something
lifted
isn't
the
right.
bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rocked. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
What?
to his chest and entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the 2 of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh shit!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting
Is this
he
the
had left
insanity
his
ending
post
where you just
during
keep on
work
walking?
hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
I think this is the one where he jumped out the
Something
jumped out the
occurred to
window,
Stanley.
right? This is
Maybe.
is there anything different about this
Maybe
ending?
I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close.
I think it's the
yet
same.
felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And
It's
that's
just
when
incorporating
Stanley
the
realized,
buckets.
This isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this.
Wait.
Who knows what sorts
Where's
of
my
bizarre
bucket?
hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the
Gag
distance
was
now, he
done
heard it
before already,
calling
so it's
to him.
very, very familiar.
Stanley, it's me, the bucket. Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket
more
after the
buckets.
next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
It wasn't a bucket
Was
all
inside of
along.
him all along.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
Incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony.
It was
and
inside
blacked
us
out.
all along. Oh,
This is the story of a woman
Oh,
named
okay.
Mariella.
it's the same ending.
Mariella
Maybe.
woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed.
You know,
picked up her bucket
maybe
of
he has a
comfort and
bucket next to
security,
him this
and walked
time.
to her place of work.
Ah,
But on this particular day, her walk
There's-
was
it's just the
interrupted by
same
plea of a
ending, but with
man
a-
who had
but she
stumbled
has
through
a
town,
bucket.
talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed
Oh,
dead on the
God.
sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of
Oh,
course he'd
true.
gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing
Give
all
me the
his
bucket.
actions and how
I will come back
everything
to
is
life.
predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Nice. All right.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to
Where
the
is
meeting
the
room,
bucket?
and from
Is
then
the bucket
on, he
gone?
would
Oh,
never be
bucket's here.
alone ever again. The
take the
confusion
bucket
and
and,
the
like,
chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Can you jump up on this? How do you get through the window? Oh, shit.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
Oh,
The
yeah?
bucket began to tell Stanley of its life
Oh,
and its history,
no.
of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans,
This is a fate
and the
worse than
bucket's
death.
own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of
Okay.
hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway,
I think I wanna
meted out in parcels
dream very
like
soon.
charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps.
I'm sleepy.
The bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps. if it
Oh
had seen
my
its own
God, are you
darkness
kidding me?
With a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are
you talking about? He screamed. You're a bucket! To this,
You're
the
a
bucket
bucket.
furrowed its brow. No, said the bucket. Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as
fuck
payback
are
for
you
the sacred
talking
amulet I
about?
stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No! Stanley screamed even louder this time.
It's like Gollum.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! Stupid! Why are we even doing this? As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
Eh?
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power.
Easy.
Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today.
Why is it
Come,
bleeding?
let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Nice. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Any
What could it mean?
other
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
endings
missed a
that we
memo.
want to do?
No matter how hard Stanley
Monster
looked,
ending.
he couldn't find
Okay.
a trace of his co-workers.
Which ones sound cool? Any cool bucket endings anyone wants to see before we end stream? I think we've gotten a good gist of the game. Good game. Very, very good game. It is hilarious. Final thoughts about the game? It's a meme game. It's a meta game. It is the Stanley Parable. It is what it is. It's basically like artwork. Interactable, funny, comedy, meta artwork. That's what this game is. And it's done very, very
When
well.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
But yeah. The sequel is now paused. I like how it says the sequel and stuff. Okay. Those are my final thoughts of the game. Very cool game. Very solid game. I'd say like it's a good 7 or 8 out of 10. Very well polished, I'd have to say. Like, not like very glitchy and whatnot. I liked all the endings. They're very entertaining. But yeah, the narration is what makes the game, so very nice. All right. Okay, that will do it for today. Tomorrow, I think we're gonna actually play during the day, but we're gonna be competing in TFT's box viewer tournament. So we're technically streaming it as well. So anyways, we got to start grinding ranked. So yeah, we'll be back doing TFT for the next few days. And we're going to be trying to not get eliminated from the tournament. All right. Thank you all for watching. I will catch you all tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Major Ruler, Lolo, Domes. Yeah. Have a good one. Wonder if there's a good raid here. Andy streaming? Perhaps. Nope. Is Emily streaming? Oh, Emily's streaming. He's playing some TFT. Old set. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good night.